Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency.
Hey, everyone, the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a man back for a 15th NFL season. Eli Manning and the New York Giants take on Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. I'll with you again with scores around the league at halftime. Right around the corner. To call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strolls his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles Panther Ball Club as they interplay here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. You get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
On the other side of the visiting Giants, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got a band their team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on him. Here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete for the connection. Funchess. And now it's second down. And hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to
scrimmage the 31 as they line up second and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it into enemy territory. They've been practicing goal line offense. So they're able to capitalize here. A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers down and score on the opening drive. Upped off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes in. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if If you win the game before the we get more time off and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. In a statement that they like that time off.
Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touch that sails over the end line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, a multiple holder. It's, of course, Eli Manning.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Manning and the Giants come up now first and at their own 25-yard line. Shot now for Manning. And his first pass is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage. Stride for Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. Imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Give him 4 on there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Manning up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they in situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught by Funchess. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really happy when they went through 2-minute drills, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play, and in 3. Newton to throw. He's going to go deep for Funchess. Ball away, and it falls incomplete. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stacked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And that's caught by and all the way inside before they drop him. And they're on they've got it and 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside team now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And it's caught. And brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him. If he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so
he really does, and the best part about that play for him,
and he will take it across. Touchdown. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you or feature someone, and it works? First two drives, as you noted, touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. He'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New York set to take the field. Already here in the first half, this becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams do that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 7. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Sharp after this. A reminder, once we hit half all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coach Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tasker in the business, the coach.
Manning the throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will lose and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Example why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions. So
for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now here on 1st down, that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get... And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Well, it's, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess it. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They've had it the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talking converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away, seriously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a...
And down, Eli sacked. Julius Peppers. Sack him for a loss of 6. And the Panthers. fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's get to the defense here. Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. It's big-time play, knocking it free and creating something good for your team. Line of scrimmage, the one now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the... Just a yard on the pickup, bring up a 2nd and 9. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because with their hope, defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So 3 seconds a half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From Cash, a 43-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good. So we have time in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And thank you very much. You too in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We start with a very good matchup at Heinz Field. Pittsburgh playing host to visiting Atlanta. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. A touchdown for Case Keenum. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Tajay Sharp, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can together the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon God and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the resume action here in quarter number 3. The second from the... And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the yard line. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. Matt Ryan with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. From the gun, it's Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Thompson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. You know, despite the... I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, they've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
At least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drop word, so he's on to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score.
Still, but you just that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's Newton now on second. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, as you said. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. And there for the Panthers. 75 yards.
I don't think what we just was his eyes, because when Christian McCaffrey came out of state, we knew he was a threat running it and catching the ball in his hands. He wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best for coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions. Also in the he's a bit of a
every week go. Think he's
in at 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. So an instance, MB and Cam, we know he can use legs.
A big body. It's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him.
And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up to 10 at their own 28-yard line. It's run game going. This is Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches. And we're back now. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to number 4. On first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this. To be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 46 line. It's in the completion, but now they face third down. That's just his second catch of the game. Silent, they have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. Now Manning to have this one. He finds Beckham complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it. Do indeed convert on fourth. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Giants football here as they've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes left side. And should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defense. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league,
without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie, the things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL. First, where you money ended down.
2, and it gets overturned.
The sides is
So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll go down at the 28. Manning able to find OBJ there for a Giants first down. Manning now on first down. Going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
Illegal touching.
So it's incomplete.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Manning. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, yet unequally complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Looking for his receiver. It's intercepted. Picked off by Captain Mutterland. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Was alive until that interception. What a terrific play. The ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. Those defensive guys hold a lot of pride onto.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there. 20.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going, but boy, play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The story is no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. That 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Panthers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
You have asked game be out. Players about to re-sign them so you don't lose the agency. Minute. Play